Happy New Year. 2022 is here. I hope you're crushing your goals and your resolutions for this year. If you've already dropped off, pick yourself back up, get started again. You can do it. Rewrite those goals. Make sure you write them down. All right. Happy New Year. 2022 is here. I hope you're crushing your goals and your resolutions for this year. If you've already dropped off, pick yourself back up, get started again. You can do it. Rewrite those goals. Make sure you write them down. All right. 2022 off to a crazy start in real estate. This is going to be a big review of the year of 2021, Sacramento real estate related, reviewing the whole year. All right. The median sales price, it ended the year, this is just for like Sacramento County, a little more specific, at $512,000. That's a 15.2% increase from a year ago, okay? And for the entire year, this is just kind of Sacramento County right now, there was 17,384 homes that closed escrow in 2021. That's a lot of transactions. That's 5.9% higher than the 16,421 that closed in 2020. So 2020 was a big year for real estate. 2021 was even bigger for the Sacramento area. We had a lot of homes that closed escrow, okay? So right now, kind of at the moment, at the beginning of 2022, it's a very competitive market. It's favoring sellers. Pretty much, there are more buyers than there are homes available right now. And so it's a supply and demand type thing. The supply is low and the demand is high. And that is what has created the pricing to go up so much over the past year, over 15%, 15 to 20% increase in 1 year. Supply and demand was the reasoning for that. All right. So at the beginning of this year, we've still got that going on. If you're a seller, take advantage of it. Price your home right, make sure it shows really well, hire an agent that has really good marketing and also knows how to line you up in your pre-listing strategy. You do a couple of inspections on your property up front. Trust me, buyers are going to love it. They're going to remove contingencies in their offer. They're going to be writing way over list price offers. You're going to get top dollar and have a really smooth process from start to finish. That is the beginning of 2022. That is where we're at. Buyers, you better be ready to compete. There's not a lot of houses out there. You need to go strong and go hard. Be working with an agent and a lender that knows what they're doing and knows how to coach you up so you can put your best foot forward in an offer to get your offer accepted, to make it stand out. Now, some of the wild cards, 2 wild cards for the year 2022 here. Obviously, it's interest rates. We've got inflation happening right now and interest rates are going up. If interest rates can hover around the high 3s and low 4s, I think we're going to continue to have that high demand and low inventory. However, if rates get up into the mid 4s, high 4s interest rate, that demand is going to probably subside a bit and we might start to see a little bit of leveling off from this market finally. But we definitely did not have that in 2021. So let's talk about a little bit more of some stats for 2021. These are from my buddy Ryan Lundquist. He's an amazing appraiser in the Sacramento area. If you need any appraisal needs, reach out to him, sacramentoappraisalblog.com. He did an awesome review and there's some graphs in there and some charts that I just really loved. I'm just going to use them rather than try to recreate the wheel here. So let's throw those up. Okay, some of the bullet points that I liked from the year in review, and this is for the Sacramento region. Those stats I said earlier was just more specifically Sacramento County. This is for the whole region, so like Placer County and the outlying counties in the region. The median price rose 19.6% for the entire year of 2021, almost a 20% increase in the median sales price for the Sacramento region. That's basically about a $90,000 increase in property value on the median side of things. It was the quickest selling market ever, averaging only 17 days for a home to come on the market to go pending. That is crazy when you're factoring in this is the entire region. That is a really fast-paced market. Obviously, technology plays into that, but it was because of the competition of buyers and not a lot of houses to pick from. Properties went really fast. Half of the sales in 2021 took only 7 days or fewer to get into contract. So even though the average was 17 days, half of them got into contract in less than a week. Crazy fast-paced market. It was wild for me to be a part of on both the seller's side as well as with buyers. It was a really fast-paced market. There were twice as many million-dollar sales in 2021 as there was in 2020. We saw a huge jump up in the luxury market as far as the larger properties in the foothills, Roseville, Rockland, Granite Bay, Folsom, El Dorado Hills, a ton of buyers coming into that $1 million plus price point range there. Now, people, when COVID hit and everything, people are talking about, we're going to have bank-owned sales, foreclosures, short sales. Well, less than 0.5% of all the sales were distressed sales, 0.36% of all the sales. So we're talking about a minuscule amount. If you go to some investment thing and they say, you should focus on foreclosures and short sales, well, you're looking at a pin drop in the market there. There's really not much going on the distressed sales side of things. A large part being because everyone has so much equity in their home, and 15% of all the sales were cash purchases. So of those basically 17,000 plus sales, 15% of them were all cash. And now for 18 months in a row, so this is going back into the middle of 2020, we've had less than 1 month of housing supply. Now, let's take a look at this other graph that talks about months of inventory. All right. Months of inventory. As you can see, this is going back about 2 years. This is right before the pandemic started. We had, month and a half, 2 months worth of inventory. COVID hit. We went up to above 2 months worth of inventory. And then the market just went crazy by the summer of 2020. And you can see we've had less than 1 month worth of inventory for a year and a half now. What that means is at the rate that we're selling homes, like how fast we're selling houses, if no new homes came on, we would run out of homes available to sell in less than a month. In a half a month, we would run out of homes. That is crazy low. That means that is basically a quick snapshot of who's the market favoring. And if it is below 1.5 months, it's definitely favoring sellers. If you get above, 1.5 to 2 months, it's kind of in the middle. You start getting into 3 months of supply, you're going to start favoring buyers. So that shows a quick snapshot. Here's another snapshot talking about days on the market for the region in Sacramento. This is going back a little over 20 years. And you can see how it was pretty low in the 2000s. We had kind of the housing bubble and everything, and then the market totally tanked and the houses were sitting on the market for forever. Well, we're back to that super competitive nature, and it's just pretty incredible to see how fast homes are selling in 2020, 2021 in comparison to years past there. Then lastly, there's one more chart that I want to talk about, and this is sales with multiple offers. And you can see here that there's a cycle to multiple offers in the Sacramento region. Usually in the spring is kind of when it peaks, around May, April, okay? Well, once COVID hit, then we had a few weeks there, a few 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, and then things rebounded. And the inventory has just never caught up yet. You can see there we just had more and more and more multiple offers. In 2021, we peaked in April of 2021. Almost 80% of the houses had multiple offers on them. But look at this. When it dropped back down like it normally does, it still stayed, our lowest amount this winter previously stayed higher than what the peak was for the years past. So those are just some crazy graphs showing how wild the market was in 2021. Literally, it was defined by super low interest rates, a ton of buyers wanting to buy houses, and not many homes available. And so simple economics, supply and demand, when the demand is high and the supply is low, prices go up, prices increase. That's why we saw almost 20% appreciation in value over the last year. Pretty wild stuff. So moving forward, I hit on this a little bit. To start 2022, we're going to have more of the same. Interest rates is the key factor. If rates jump up into the mid to high fours, that's going to pull the demand down. Okay, the competition is going to go down. And also supply. Are more people going to go, hey, I just gained almost $100,000 in equity in the last year. I've gained $200,000 in the last couple of years. I've just got a super large amount of money in my home. I'm ready to sell and cash out, and I'm going to move out of state, or I'm going to sell and I'm going to downsize, I'm going to relocate or something. If a lot of people say that, we're going to get more supply, and that's going to create a little bit more of a balance on the supply and demand matrix. So that's the two elements that I'm kind of looking at for this year. All right. I hope this video was helpful. I would love to connect with you in 2022. My website is realestatewithdoug.com. I've been selling homes for over 16 years, helped hundreds of people buy and sell real estate. I do 30 to 40 to 50 transactions a year. Really know what I'm doing, helping buyers and sellers every day. I'd love to sit down, talk with you, and go over the process, whether you're buying or selling in 2022. Make it a great year. I look forward to talking to you soon, and clear skies.